right, we are live right here on what? Primal4k.com, approaching our 5 year anniversary next month. My goodness, and next month is actually this week. So on May 7th, we will be 5 years old. But welcome to Primally Poetic. Thank you, Rubbers, for doing your due diligence to get us into our show with the very best of the Easy Mondays. We love it. We love it. So we have our poets in the building tonight, some of our array of poets, you know. We got Chris here, we have Allison, we have Regina. I'm going to read one too. And we have Yard Fusion.
Yes, we would
Yeah,
love to hear you.
I'm so glad. I always get tickled when you say that. Like, hurry up, read, read, read. Yes, I'm very happy about reading myself and sharing with you guys and hearing what you have to say. So, does anybody want to start with any reading or any writing issues, struggles, celebrations that they've had? Anything that you've noticed about your writing, changing style, format, subject matter, anything? Let's talk about it before we jump in.
I am working on my anthology. For the longest while, I have
Mhm.
about 6 or 7 books worth of poetry and more.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I just there's a point that I reach to where I just need a push, I need help, I need some kind of, and I've published other people's works, but it's so difficult to do your own.
Yep.
So I
Yes.
have commissioned my mind to get out of that stagnant state, and I'm going to have it done
Good
very
for
soon.
you. Good for
All
you. Have
Yeah.
you
right.
given
Yeah.
yourself, yes, have you given yourself a concrete deadline or?
Yes, I have.
Mhm.
I have.
Okay. Okay.
And I am going to write it down before I speak it so
Good for
that
you.
and
Oh,
put
that's
it everywhere in the house to remind me that it has to be done. And I can tell you there's already market for it right now. I mean, they're
Mhm.
waiting and they're getting tired of me and this thing. But
Mm.
especially when I do the spontaneous pieces,
Right.
they say, "Where is
Right.
your book?" You know.
Right.
They don't
Right.
understand. It's a difference with your brain, and it's a difference with all of that, you know? Chris is nodding his head. It's like to write on demand is much more difficult than to just do obviously what comes fluidly, like organic
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
we're in the shower or washing dishes. That's when poetry comes to me the most, when there's water running. And a lot of times I don't have anything around me. Sometimes I'm just in my phone, like
Right.
leaving myself a note, you know? So, well, that's a great problem to have, though, Allison. You're working, you know, with all of those different books and being in demand the way you are and being able to share. So, that's a great thing.
Right.
And you have your um, reminders on your wall to keep you focused, you know, so that's great. And we can all take a page out of that book for different things, you know. I heard Regina liking that a lot.
Yes,
Yes.
indeed. Yeah.
Yes. Did you want to share anything, Regina, about your writing?
It's just flowing. It's going. And I'm pleased. Yeah.
Very good. That's excellent. Great to hear. Good to feel inside. Ian, Chris, anything from you?
My work is unlike Regina's flowing, mine's is slowing. So it's, it's coming here and there.
Ooh.
That happens sometimes when there's like a competing um, mental capacity. So
Mm,
you know what I mean? So sometimes when it gets really busy at work, or if I'm
yes.
thinking through a lot of problems or issues, or if it's just busy and it requires more thought than other times, it'll tie up the creative portion of my brain. It seems like you know what I mean.
Yes.
So that's kind of where I've been.
Depleted mental capacity, like that just says it all, and creative capacity will stifle with that. So I feel that to my core. I think that's where I am right now too. And I was there late last year, and then it kind of subsided, and now I'm there again a little bit. What about you, Ian?
Mm. Well, I'm just stumbling towards legibility, and I'm getting pretty good at stumbling. So,
You get good at stumbling?
so
What's
here we go.
stumbling feel like in terms of writing? What's stumbling feel like?
I'm pouring pops out of nowhere, and you try, and then you guys make sense of it.
Okay, that's what you're doing. Wow, then that's pretty genius. Okay.
That gave me an image of a stumbling dance, like a stumbling ballet where it's purposeful and graceful. It's art.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that.
It's kind of funny you said that because I saw a video yesterday with I think it's everything but the girl. And
Uh-huh.
through the whole video, the guy was stumbling. Like 5 minutes later,
Oh,
he was
wow.
Wow.
walking, stumbling up the stairs inside a washing machine, down the stairs on the street.
Oh, it is kind of ironic.
That's what my poetry's about. I was like,
Yeah. You guys definitely have a connection. Every week there's
Really?
something.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm telling you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know how
Definitely.
people say they have a work wife and a work husband?
There you go.
My poetry husband.
Yes. Beautiful.
uh,
Yes, there it is. There it is. All right. So, Allison, would you like to start us off this evening? And while you're getting ready, I want to just welcome again everybody who is listening, everyone who enjoyed Rubber's show and is here to enjoy some poetry tonight. So, who do we have in the building? We have Mama G, we have Boss Lady Lindita, we have Shout Money, of course, DJ Gaddafi, DJ Screech, Tony G, DLC, my brother Q, Raquel, Debs, Tracy Virgo, Jersey Dude, Mama G, of course, Rebels, who just finished a great set, and Sharon. Oh, and DJ Screech. Yes, indeed. So, welcome everybody. Welcome to Primally Poetic once again. All right, Allison. Voila. Your turn.
Okay, thank you, Naima. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. Loud and clear.
Wonderful. Now, this is a short story that was written by a lady called Kim Robinson Walcott, and she was the first editor that I had for the first book that I wrote, A Step by Step Guide to Better Biological Diagrams. And those were the days when they didn't have digital printing, so they had to carve it out of cardboard and they take pictures of each step and so on. So when I saw her book on the shelf yesterday, I picked it up. It is reeking with some of the choicest Jamaican words, but it is really, really worth it. They are top class pieces, and I thought I'd share this one with you. It's
Yeah.
called Pretty Gal.
All right.
Is last year me see them for the first time, the pretty brown uptown gal them dress up in a costume with them feather and plenty glitter dance pan Kingston Street and a wine up and a wine down with them naked self. It's my first carnival that. Me just come from down a Hanover and down there them no have nothing like that. It's the first time I see anything like that, and it's the first time I start to feel good about how me there Kingston. And even though it's runway, me have to run me from down a country after this camera them start shoot up everybody. Me come here and me no have nowhere to live. So me just catch pan sidewalk or wherever me find shelter and it rough. And me have to sell myself to any man we come want a piece just to get a little money for a patty or a one bun or a box milk. And sometimes me feel like me can't do it no more except for the other girl them. Everybody look after each other, but still it rough. I mean I have no joy till that carnival day. Cause me never know say uptown girl coulda go on like that and them look pretty like that. Them pretty subtle. And that day when me see them, me say, next carnival, me a go look like that. So me pick up one feather, two feather that drop off of them costume, and them feather stuff and fluffy. And one of them pink like cotton candy, and me find a piece of this and a piece of that, a shiny green armband and a piece of necklace and a one ears ring, and me put them away safe. And me no tell the other girl them, cause me no want them to grudge me, and me no want them teeth it, and me no want them laugh at me and say, what, I'm tiny. You feel you turn brown up, turn gal all of a sudden. So me not say nothing. But me go down a Orange Street and me buy the cream and me start to bleach. Me no bother with the body part, but me put it on my face. And by the time carnival come round, again, me face clear brown, not dirty black. I'm ready. So Carnival Sunday, me pull out me feather them and my armband and my necklace and me stick the feather them under one kerchief and me tie it round my head and make a headband and me put the necklace round my neck and me put the armband on my arm and me put the ears ring in my hair like hair clip and me put on one lipstick that me did buy and me line up me eye them with one eyeliner that me did borrow and me hitch up my shorts make them short like Batty Rider and me hit up me top make me belly show and the girl them say yeah tiny why you say you know easy you know girl and some of them get excited and them try fix up themselves too but none of them not look pretty like me so we walk a half a tree, and when we stop on the sidewalk, and when the band them pass, we are dance up and we are wind up, and the security man them push we off and tell we if we move off and we ease off. And then when the security move off, we come back and we are carry on. And one of the girl them, she do one headstand on the sidewalk and she wind upside down and the crowd a laugh and then clap we. And me look on the uptown brown girl them I go on like them a skittle. I me say, Stimia, me pretty too. Me just like you. I me ease under the security rope. And next thing me know, me they are dancing at the band. And with the other brown girl them. And me start show them how to wine and how me can wine and them stop and them a watch me. Then me feel one little shove and me look round and me see one security and him push me and say, haul, and he haul me out of the band and him say, go away from here, you B-boy. We no want your type round here. And him hold on to me feather them and him pull them from my headband and him take them from me and me cry out and me say, give me things them. And him laugh and him throw the feather down upon the ground and him spit upon them and he stamp on them and him say, go on, take up your feather, you dirty, whatever. And the people around me, them start to laugh. And the other girl, them a scamper gone back at the gully. And me just start to cry. That's it.
Wow.
I feel like you really want to cry.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sad.
Do you, why, tell me, why do you relate to it, or is it that you, why do you feel it so strongly?
Because there are so many persons who feel that they are not sufficient in their black skin, beautiful black melanin skin, and they feel that at carnival time, it's the it's the rejects, for want of a better term, who are on the sideline. And then you have those who can afford the costumes, and it's usually the white and the brown and the fair, according to them. And so I found it a little sad, that and she's writing from a factual perspective. This is what a lot of people feel, and when you see them bleaching the skin, it is so very sad,
Yes,
So
it is.
that I thought I would just read that one because it's real.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you for sharing that. And as much as it is Jamaican, it's also universal.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's
Yes.
Nigerian, it's Ghanaian, it's
Oh yes.
African American. It's oh
Mm-hmm.
my goodness. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Wow.
Yes.
This was deep. This was necessary. I'm glad that it started our show. It's kind of like a poem in a public service announcement to love thyself. And if you don't, I'm going to cry these tears for you and hope that you do before you leave this earth. It started off with a lot of comedy. So at first I was kind of chuckling along the first couple
Yeah, me
lines,
too.
like, ooh, ha. And then it was like, oh, hit me in the chest, like, oh, okay. And then when she said, I'm going to be just like you, and she's collecting the feathers and the beads and stuff, I said, oh, this is so cool, but don't tell me you're going to bleach yourself, though. Don't tell me you're going to do that to match. Like in your head,
The brown gal. Mm-hmm.
yeah, you're just going to get the stuff that you didn't have and then look better than them, but not manipulate your actual being. But then when you said she did, then that broke my heart.
And
So,
For me, it's not only about the dark skin,
Mm-hmm.
it's also about the total worth of her being in her sexual attractiveness and
Mm.
her ability to whine on her and stand on her head and whine and all that stuff.
Wow.
That's all, you know what I mean? That's all she talks about. It's
That's
going to
true.
make her pretty. It's going to
That's
make
true.
her good. Yeah.
I missed that. I missed that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the other aspect too, I thought about her having a so-called brown face because it really doesn't look brown, it does look sick. And then a black body.
Yes.
I know.
From the neck down
Yes.
is a black body.
I got
And
on.
what is that for, you know?
Ugh.
Yeah.
I wish my black ladies would understand how beautiful they are. You know, we
Yeah.
all have our own cultural and racial types, you know, but
Yes.
don't demean yourself and don't belittle yourself to because you think somebody else looks better than you do.
And
I'm so
poison
happy my
yourself.
yes.
Enjoying
Poison
what to
yourself
herself?
to look
Oh,
different.
poison. Yes.
Yeah. You
Absolutely.
poison yourself
Woo.
to
Oh
look like
yes.
somebody else. Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
I'm so glad I grew up with parents who taught me, they always told me how pretty I am, how brilliant I am, and so on. So self-esteem was never my problem. Nah.
Absolutely. No, thank God it was not. And we hope that more young girls and boys are raised that way
Mhm.
and that this old slavery mentality just falls by the wayside. Ian and Chris, did you have any comments before we head to the chat about how this made you feel?
I'm gonna do a pre-Gaddafi. Life is a costume party, but not everybody's invited.
Ooh,
Those who don't have paint themselves, those who have unpaint themselves.
those
Hmm.
those.
Okay.
Wow.
You know the melanin.
Yes.
Oh
Take it,
yes.
take it off. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, it
That,
was. I think Ian, I agree with what he said. That was poetic in itself too.
Mm-hmm.
The way you put
mhm.
that. Um, but it was, so when I was listening to it, it was like she was gearing up to be a part of Carnival without knowing that she was just as beautiful as the others. You know what I mean? So as I'm listening to it, she's gathering and collecting because she didn't have. And I think sometimes when we are comparing ourselves to other people, we kind of disregard the thing that we have that is beautiful. It just doesn't look like everybody else. You know what I mean? So it was
Yes.
that was kind of striking in the piece. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
everything that Allison was describing, it sounded like she belonged. She just couldn't participate for whatever reason. So she's collecting all these things, and anyway, just all along that she's beautiful. She's enough. You know what I mean? I agree with you. All that's one of my goals. I think in my writing too is just to make sure that women know how beautiful that they are. You know what I mean? And it's
Mm-hmm.
the beauty is different. I would say the beauty of women, especially black women, is on a spectrum. What I find beautiful in one will be different in the other, but it
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that you are not. You know what I mean? So anyway,
Yes.
not to get too deep
Yes.
into it, but it was a
No,
good
we
piece.
appreciate the deepness, sir. And you and Ian, who just happened to be here tonight, are two of the men of Primal who do celebrate women through your poetry,
Oh
through your
yes.
ideology, through
Yes.
your just makeup.
Mm.
But so it's just ironic that you were talking about what you plan to do because you already are doing that. You've been doing that. Women know where they stand with the world knows where you stand with women, and women
Mm-hmm.
who are graced to have heard you know where they stand with you.
Mhm.
Period. And Ian as well. All right, let's head to the chat and see what people are thinking about this spectacular short story. Do you want to mention the author again?
Yes, because I'm not sure who was asking me.
Mm.
It's by Kim Robinson Walcott,
Okay.
and it's titled "You Have to Harden Your Heart in Times Like These."
Ooh,
You have to
wow.
harden your heart in times like these.
Okay.
Stories of Kingston.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yikes. All
But
right.
I'll send it to you so you can the information so you
Mm-hmm.
can share it with the persons who are asking.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're
All right.
welcome.
So,
It's
Deb,
okay. I won't do another. I won't do
Okay,
another.
but if we do have time, we'll circle
Yes, we
back.
can go.
Okay,
Yes. Okay,
perfect.
no
Yes.
problem. Yes.
All right, so we have some comments in the building. Debs is in the building, of course. My big sis, what's going on? DJ Screech, in terms of the bleaching, was saying because it's a sad reality. I think he was talking about that particular point a few minutes ago. DJ Gaddafi went on to say, odd that Trinidad Carnival is born from the masses while Jamaica's is for the upper class, the light
That
skinned
is
people.
true.
Class and color. I think
Colorism?
he's saying, I think he's saying like, if the word is spelled wrong, I'm trying to figure out what it is, but basically colorism. I think what he's saying.
Yes,
That's
colorism.
that exists in that society, and classism, colorism, in that society. Don V says this to DJ Gaddafi. Big G chimes in, and of course his show is right after us. Music outside of the lines don't go anywhere after this show. He says also the one thing everyone missed is that this person is a gay man living on the streets. Reminds me of the British miniseries Get Millie Back.
Mm,
Okay,
cool.
look at that. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Okay, so yeah, thank you. We needed that story. See what it just opened up right
Yeah.
there,
Wow.
you know? Thank you,
So
thank you.
Naima, can I say
Yes,
something quickly?
absolutely, absolutely.
Um, Based on what Joel was saying, where in Trinidad it starts with the masses and then it gets to Jamaica and it's the uptown people.
Yes.
I'm sure interesting parallel with New York City, right? Back in the day, like in the 60s, 70s,
Mm-hmm.
the Soho's where all the bums live. That's where all the artists live.
Uh-huh.
They took these apartment buildings and they fix them up and they modify them, artists, musicians, painters, and then the rich people follow them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the apartments get too expensive,
Mm-hmm.
so they have to leave Soho. So they leave Soho and they go to Park Slope because that Park Slope is decrepit at that time.
Okay.
Again, the rich people follow them,
Oh.
then they get priced out.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So they move to Red Hook over by the bay.
Wow.
Wow.
And they live in these factories and they turn into little lofts and art
Art
studios.
studio.
And
Uh-huh.
again, the rich people follow them and they get priced out
What?
again.
No.
And then they move to Williamsburg.
Williamsburg. Isn't that the suburbs?
No, Williamsburg is on the other side of Manhattan, right over by Brooklyn.
Oh, Williamsburg. Williamsburg.
Yeah, yeah. So then they move there, and now they're getting priced out. So they're moving over to like Elmhurst now and stuff like that. But I'm not saying certain things
Wow.
that poor people do, rich
Yeah.
people follow it, and then they take it away,
And they
Mm-hmm.
and
take
then
over.
Yes,
Yeah.
That is
yes.
There's a
correct.
parallel.
it's
That
the
is
same thing like
true.
what Gaddafi is saying in a different way.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
it yeah,
Culture vultures
exactly,
Hmm.
through
exactly,
displacement and gentrification. How about that?
exactly.
Wow. Yeah, we needed that.
Ah,
Thank you for that, Jem. Would you mind, sharing this with her so that she can see the impacts?
I
Um,
definitely will.
yes.
I'm not even in touch with her, so I'm gonna have to try to find her.
Oh, that would be
Because
great.
my book that she edited was written in 1984 when I was a young teacher.
Oh,
Yes,
wow.
yes,
Oh, okay. Oh,
a
that's so
long time
cool.
ago. That
Yes.
was my first effort. Yes.
Oh my gosh, that has to be done. Oh, one more comment in the chat. Dawn says, powerful series. She agrees with Big G. Deb says that this year there were many dark skin jumping carnival. Great poem, Allison. Reggae shows are for dark skin carnival brownies. I observed brownies. I observed over the years. Okay. Shoot, I feel like it's for I know what you're saying, Debs. I know exactly what you're saying. But it should be for everybody. Can't we just all have fun?
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes,
Please,
yes,
man.
yes, 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 yes.
Oh,
It
God.
it
Right.
Stop
boils down to
dividing everything.
affordability, though, Naima.
Say it one more
It
time.
boils down to affordability because the skimpy
Yeah.
costumes cost
Yes,
thousands of
they are.
dollars and they take loans in order to afford it.
Yes, that is
They
true.
take
They
loans
are
and then
expensive.
live off
Very
bread
expensive.
and water.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
Yes, yeah. That's true.
That
All
could be a
right.
whole nother show.
It can.
Mm.
It can be. It can be.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. All right. Ian, would you like to go
Mm.
next?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Uh, All right, so this was inspired by your mom, Lady Didi, yesterday playing
Oh, cool.
a mini Ripperton song.
Oh,
Mm.
I remember that one.
Yeah,
Do you
I
feel what
don't
I'm saying?
I don't
That
know why, but it triggered this because this has nothing to do with rain. But anyway, I got kind of got tired of writing the dark stuff, so I said let me try something light. So normally when I go light, I go back to childhood. So I call this
interesting.
one "The Echoes of Time."
I love that title.
From the hills of Clarendon, I shout across the echoing valleys, where the green foliage dancing in the cool wind, blue skies arcing in our small infinity, wispy white pillowy clouds, cool streams that gurgle in meandering contentment, gray green rocks making sounds like balafons as the water kisses them, the ever-present natural orchestra of birds singing and shrilling, a choir to the eternal, invisible sacred, minty fresh air enhancing the fibers of our oneness. We all breathe the same air for now, inebriating us with the contentment of the paradisical and the beautiful simplicity, just being. If only every breath was a prayer, but isn't it? I, the 5 year old, sit on a straw carpet like grass on a hillock behind my grandparents' house, staring across the distance at the hills that surround us 360 degrees, wondering what's beyond those hills? Where do the echoes go? And that's it.
I love it.
You know, I do too. And just as I was ready to see what's behind those hills and what is the premise of the title, like what the echoes are, you said, nope, that's it. It's a teaser. It was brilliant, brilliantly done. Shorter than your what I would call your typical pieces, and
Yeah.
so I think it was even a bigger challenge to fit in so much more, or sorry, to fit in the same amount of emotion and imagery and all of that into something smaller. I think that probably was a challenge for you that you didn't know you were undertaking, but I thought it was great. And the fact that lightness is equated with your childhood, and that's what the poetry that comes out when you think of what lightness is, I
Mm-hmm.
think is a gift, you know?
Nice.
Absolutely. I love water kisses, how the water kisses something. I can't remember, but I love water.
Kisses the rocks.
Oh, kisses the
Rocks.
rocks. And that's what
Yeah.
it does. So I should have remembered it. I like
Yeah.
seeing that and hearing it. And then feeling the
It's so
smoothness of
funny.
the rocks. Go ahead, Zara. Yes.
It's so funny that I was going to do um I was going to write a piece because I woke up this morning. I always wake up to the birds in my garden, and
Mm,
I thought to myself, I say, we speak the English language and perhaps one or two others. What language do they speak? Could
Mm-hmm.
we all, what if all of us, apart from in the cartoons and so on, what
mm.
if all of us could speak the same language, the birds, the animals, the plants,
Ooh.
everybody, and we could
Mm.
understand each other? I was gonna
Yes.
write a piece on that, but I ran out of time, so I didn't. But I'm gonna do
Oh,
it.
you should. We can all try that. I'm a little daunted
Yes, I
by that.
think so.
I don't know. You guys all want to try her challenge?
Yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's try that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm thinking, let's piggyback on this challenge. It sounds very interesting. If we could
Yes.
all
So
communicate with each other. I saw Chris
yes,
perk
so
up.
we
I saw Regina, all of
understand.
us.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll send out a reminder, and I'm writing it down now because I will forget.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Sorry. You can go ahead, Ian. My bad.
Oh, another one. Let me see. Where is it? Hmm. All right, this one's like a question for me.
Okay.
Untitled. How does one escape from the prison of the mind, not knowing that you're blind? Staring into the mirror of hubris, sucked in by the reflection of renewed bliss. Once in a while, something on the side view showing another self, but in ensconce illusion, you believe that it that is the delusion of something else. So retreat you do to what you know, nestled in your darkness that you think is a glow. A prison with doors wide open, but you never leave because on that hill of isolation, your cell is the only shiny token that you receive, confident that nothing there could deceive. So that illusion becomes your lifetime reprieve. Because knowing can be hard, so you swim in the skies of belief. That I'm a short one.
Mhm.
Atypical Ian tonight.
Short and profound. Um, yes.
Very
Knowing
deep.
knowing can be hard. That is everything right there. Knowing can be hard. And so what
Mm.
does that
No.
sometimes allow human beings to do? We create, we imagine, we, you know, fantasize, and we do things to make ourselves feel comfortable so we could sleep at night, and some of those things aren't the best things, you know.
You swim in the
Any
skies of belief.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Any other comments? And I realized people in the chat that I never went back to see what you guys thought about Ian's first piece. My bad. I will be back. Any other comments on this one?
I noticed he was using a rhyme scheme at a point, which is not
Yeah.
like him.
Great noticing, Allison. Great job.
Yes.
It's another stumble. That's all.
I'm a rhymer, so I was so pleased to hear it, and then
Yeah.
you diverted.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's such the philosopher. I love how he
Oh, yes.
ponders everything.
Mhm.
Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely thought provoking. That's both of those pieces put me in that mind frame enough for you to want to hear more, but also enough for you to probably contemplate on for a good while. You know what I mean?
True.
So it's a teaser and a thought provoker at the same time.
Yes. So true. All right, so now I'm back in the chat catching up. Let me refresh one more time and see what's going on here. So, to the first piece that you wrote, Cool Streams Gurgling, the Natural Orchestra of Birds. I love that. Natural Orchestra of Birds. DJ Screech, I don't want the frogs to understand what I'm saying. Why not? Are you saying bad things? DJ Screech, please disclose what you are saying to the frogs or what you're saying around them.
Ruddick, Ruddick, Ruddick,
That's a
Yeah.
really good noise.
Ruddick.
Name the frogs to sit to screech. Pull it.
What? You hear that, Screech? I know you're falling out.
Oh, man.
I know you're falling out laughing. All right, there's. Oh, Don says he's definitely afraid of this.
Oh!
I'm sorry. Now I feel bad making fun. I'm a little bit sorry, okay?
Now we know it's Krypton.
Yeah, we know now. Don, why you tell? Don, I love you. All right, DJ Gaddafi says this poem suggests that truth is difficult. So many choose the comfort of self-created illusions and call it freedom. Well, boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
There we go. Couldn't have said it like that. Thank you. All right. And there it is. There it is. And I like what Chris said too, is how he had summed it up before we went to the chat. Well done, Ian.
Thank you,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. All right, so we've had Ian go, we've had Allison go. Chris, what about you? And then Regina and I will end our show this evening.
Sure. I'll in the converse from Ian, I think this one is a little longer, so I think it would be appropriate for me just to do one, I think.
Okay, we'll see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. I don't know how this is gonna come up. Haven't done it, haven't read it. So yeah, I gotta explain because I don't know where I'm going with it. So Uh, Title is Timeless.
Oh, that's what my name means.
Ah, okay.
Yay to Naima.
Ooh, let's see what it's about.
Yes.
Well, we know kind of what it might be about. All right, let me be quiet.
All right. Too concerned with when it was written, dismissing 1,500 pages of wisdom. God's word is timeless, and I'm just offering a form of context. Look through the prism, light is infinite, lines on axes, ask me about the fruit of the Savior. Trapeze and trampolines move you from new doctrine to philosophies and properly quartered, meaning your 25 cents are just a fraction away, forever learning but never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. Harboring excuses like had me at hello again, welcome to my home again. In contrast, watch me grow with him from pack seeds and loan me. That means I'm listening, setting learning into action, passion mixed with mandrels playing dated tunes filled with ancestral tutelage. So I skip procedures because the words from my forefathers interchange from white to blue collars. In other words, we get it in, dig it up, or add it like necessary additives to cornerstones laid by the chief builder. Pilfer any doctrine or ideology, distinguish between a lamp unto my feet and hypocrisy, toppling any babble from the mockery. I've seen how me flesh wants to be God of men, but to my detriment. I spent many days in preparation for the advent of my authority, and the birth of my fallacy dragged me down the path of least resistance, insistent that I live and die by my own will. Hold still, I'm not God at all, just another soul pretending pending recall, because maybe the package was damaged in heavy traffic and in and out of the matrix, and spaceships planted people on this planet, and the inhabitants long to phone home. Homegrown long poems become epic tales in a man saga, like Shakespeare with a new version of Hamlet and King Lear. We fear no man, so let's be clear. These lyrics have every right to be here. Please, dear, don't take these subtleties for piecemeals. It's a fourth course and a greater version of details. These scales never balance on the shaken entrails. Intel's more knowledge than you can inhale along with the road paved with good intentions. We've grown so arrogant that we've outgrown the creator, thinking technology and intellect will make us greater. Well, who's your God now? Smartphones made ignorant technicians thinking they're tacticians, more like rectangle prisons, giving bad vision, nearsighted because it's just a bad filter. Add children, then it's a new God in a vast temple. Endless information at the fingertips of the underdeveloped. That's a mass signal of lost souls, cheat codes, trying to find a fast way to their ending when the journey is meant to find God. But we be digital slaves digging digital graves, coding in beta and gaze, the metaverse where everybody wants to be known. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. They're glad you came, but it's just a fantasy built to disengage. But I wish you well, like wishing wells. More clientele for your place in hell. Some say hell is a place withheld from reality. Renters live in it unknowingly or willingly. Neither version matters. When the afflicted make their way to New Balance, stepping on the 14th letter of the alphabet, floating on lies like lines of cocaine dishes and having more dreams, heavier beams with no light illuminating just cause. He's close. Do you know where God lives? Some speculate. He lives in the hearts previously invited, in dark places, waiting for the whispers of those willing to be rescued, in quiet places, quite like living underwater without drowning, but drowning the world out. And all you hear is the waves of emotion captured in aqua, foamy whites, royal and midnight blues. Peace in the stillness. His comfort is like noise canceling headphones without reverb. Revert to children running swiftly on empty roadways with nowhere to go but towards the joy of the moment. We found him in trouble, in travesties, in tales of widowmakers ruptured on Christmas morning, but the keys to death made no room for mourning, and he speaks now. Having died and returned in an instant, he became unnecessary proof for those who already believed. Now, faith is the most peculiar thing. In the Father's time, I'm wide awake inside perpetuity, forever. We're past, present, and future meet eternity. Peace.
Mm.
Timeless.
Whoa. Ah, how to consume that,
Yeah.
how to
No
sum that
idea.
up.
I needed to take
I
that in
didn't really know how to share
installments,
it, so
man.
it's
Chris.
What were you gonna,
Wow.
what were you, okay, where to begin with this piece? It's so interesting. It's so full of, um, okay, this is what I'm, okay, so it's a huge stream of consciousness going in lots of different directions, but the central focus I think I see is, or feel, is the things that impact you, the things that you see around you at different stages in your life, the things that affect different people, and it all relates to something that they can't see, perhaps that's going to make it better, but they're not aware of. You're like, hey, I'm not God, it's not me, I'm not the one, but there's something maybe higher. But then I feel like you're questioning your own beliefs to an extent, not challenging them, but just hoping that it's all true, hoping that there is whatever you believe is going to happen will happen, and using these factors that drive your human experience as proof that it will happen. I don't know.
Love the
Tell
line.
us.
Who's your God now? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's that? What made you write it, and what exactly do you want us to get from it?
That is an excellent question. Sometimes I just write, you know what I mean, and it
Yes, of
comes out.
course. Of
Um,
course.
and there have been times, I'm sure, like you all, where you write something and you go back to it like I wrote that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Absolutely.
so it's
I have a
one,
piece like that tonight that I'm like, how did I? But go ahead, go ahead.
yeah. So it's one of those pieces that I wrote, but I don't know if I was necessarily present for, if that makes sense.
It makes
Um,
complete sense. It
yeah.
makes complete sense.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I think part of it is what you said.
Hmm.
Some of it is related to me. Some of it is outward observation, and some of it is, um, questions that I've had. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like
Yeah.
like the part, Chris, where you spoke about um screen time and getting half blind and that kind of thing. That is real.
Hmm.
And but
Hmm.
that was just a little nugget in all that you said, which is, I think it's killing us, eh?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it brought to mind just today. I was telling some, they were talking about their eyesight and how it's going. And I said, because you all live on the computer too much and on the phone. I say,
Hmm.
at my age, I don't wear glasses. I can see very far and I can see close up. I can see fine print.
Wow.
And that is my secret. So when
Yeah.
he mentioned that, I said, oh, people need to hear that. Give your
Indeed.
face, give your eyes, give your being a break. Yes.
Yeah, you're right. We did need to hear that. I love how you use the word like cheat codes in it. Like it was all relevant to, and I know what you mean when you say you wonder if you were present when you wrote it, because I think a lot of it was subconscious,
Hmm.
and that
Hmm.
was right, Regina, and that was
Yeah.
beautiful to hear your subconscious write this way and express itself in this way. Yeah, the cheat codes, the matrix thing, you didn't mention it, but it felt like a matrix. The digital graves that Allison is talking about. I like the Cheers reference too. That was sweet. I like that part. Yeah.
Mm.
Anything else before we head to the chat? That was a complex one.
Yes, and it
Going where
was.
everybody knows my name.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, Fusion, you were gonna say something?
Man, that one is so deep. I'm still contemplating it.
For real. I get it. That's real right there. That's real.
Yeah.
Regina?
No,
Mm.
yeah, I'm just with
You
it. I'm
just
just still
okay.
soaking it in.
I
Still,
We all are.
it's like that poem is like a tub of deep warm water. You just need to
Ooh,
like lay in it.
I
Mm.
like that metaphor. It
But
sounds
don't let it
actually
get
good.
cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you just have to lay in it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna change the title right now to Deep Water. That's gonna be
Okay, there you
Ooh.
go. Okay. Okay.
There we go. Deep water.
Deep water.
Immerse yourself in this.
Hmm.
Yes, yes, yes. Y'all Fusion, were you getting ready to say something before we or
I
you
might as well then, since this is my second non-attempt. Um, the channeling thing is kind of interesting because there are several esoteric books where they're full-size books. They're huge, and the persons who wrote them said they never wrote them. They just like sat down and they became in a trance,
Yes.
and somebody was
Mm-hmm.
writing through
Wow.
them.
Channel it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, so it is a thing, and within certain circles, if you introduce it, they'll say, well, that's whatever. But
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Good point.
I mean, Revelations. What was Revelation? How did he write Revelations? I mean,
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
and so, but
True.
there was this guy named Chuck Missler. He was a Christian, and he's also a tech guy.
Mm-hmm.
Fast, brilliant guy, and he said the Bible was actually so there's exoteric and esoteric understanding of the Bible, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
We're
Mm-hmm.
exoteric, we're the outside. We just know the basic version, but the esoteric version is a much deeper thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what we see as the three wise men might be something else to the person who understands the Bible esoterically.
Mm-hmm.
So um, he was saying that the Bible is a whole. If you understand it on an esoteric level, it's a whole technological thing where all the technology we have now is actually in there if you understand it on that level.
Wow.
Wow.
So I thought it was kind of interesting. I didn't understand most of it, but I understand the concept of what he was saying.
Right.
So
I
you
get
know,
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah,
Deep
what is
water.
it with deep water. DJ Gaddafi says this one wrestles with the tension between true spiritual understanding and superficial knowledge. Hmm.
Mhm. Okay, teach
What do
me,
you think about
Judah.
that, Chris?
It's possible. I really, I think really with this one, I
Yeah, I
really
feel
have
that.
necessarily a direction. I think this was one of those ones where I really have to play with it some more too.
Hmm.
Play with the delivery, a little bit as well.
Okay.
It's kind of hard to just read it.
Hmm.
Maybe being more familiar with it would help too. And then also, sometimes if and you guys experience this too, if you can have that third, fourth, fifth, or sixth edit, sometimes even the 10th, things
Woo.
become more clear. You know what I mean? Um,
Hmm.
you know what I'm saying? You can kind
Yeah.
of make sense of it
But
a little more. So yeah, that
yeah,
Hmm.
but Chris, you don't want to change the original thought because that's the purest and prettiest and best of the versions, I think.
Hmm.
yeah. Hmm.
gotcha.
True too.
Don't touch it too
Yeah,
much. Leave it.
I
Leave
don't
it
think
be.
nothing needs to change either,
Ah,
honestly.
except the title, Timeless Deep Water.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Right.
yeah.
Hmm.
It's really good. And being that it's from the subconscious, it doesn't have to make
Right.
right. He knows where I'm going. So yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's just the enlightenment that we're getting from it. DJ Screech says that going where everybody knows your name. Theme song from Cheers. Love it. Yeah, I love that. Love that.
I must make a comment on that.
Yes.
So DJ Screech went and raised the bar.
How? Oh shoot! That went. Woo, 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 woo. Brrr. That was awesome. That was awesome.
Okay,
I
then.
love it. Did you get it right away too, Allison, or were you late like me, late to the party? Did you get it right away?
Pardon?
Did you get the joke?
Oh no, I got it. Of course, of course.
She said, of course.
Of course, girl. It was only
I
you who ain't get it. Of course I got
yeah.
it. That was funny.
Oh my
There,
gosh.
name it, you're right. That was awful.
Oh
He's
gosh.
just laughing. This is
Yeah, the
funny.
internet is the new Cheers, right? The
Yeah,
internet's the
seriously.
nobody
And
really
please, for just for the record, it's not
yeah.
Chairs, eh?
No,
For
it's
the
not.
record, what?
It's okay.
For the record, what?
It's not Chairs.
It's not
Oh no,
cheers,
yes, it
it's
is not.
cheers.
It is
It's
cheers.
ears.
For
Yes.
those who don't know about the bar, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm. All right, guys. So we are moving right along with our poetry. We have 10 more minutes. Thank you again, Chris, for that amazing poem. Regina, it is your turn.
Yes. Oh, thank you, thank
Yes,
you. So I have
of
two little
course.
pieces. I
Yes.
timed them because I'm always worried
Oh,
about time.
perfect.
So
Perfect.
altogether they're 5 minutes. Well, we should be good.
All right.
But and they go together. So this is about a friend of mine who recently passed away. The
Mm,
title of this first piece is Into the Fire.
okay.
When we are born, everyone rejoices and we cry. When we die, everyone cries and we rejoice. That from the Tibetan Book of Living and Dying. You talked about this for the 3 years or so that I've known you. No kidney donor in sight after 6 years. You're beyond tired. Heart attacks, hospitalizations, infections, depressions, and spending every other day for 6 hours in a chair getting your blood churned. Who would be arrogant enough to tell you to stay in a body that is a torture chamber? One that they are not living in, not me. I support your choice to stop dialysis. A part of me rejoices with you while a part of me cries. I think I'm crying for what you didn't get in this life, how cruel your family was to you, and the places their rejection forced you to go, foster and stranger care, to the arms of anyone who sang sweet lies or offered a meal in exchange for your dignity. Add transgender identity and the cruel response of so called community. No wonder you're tired. I met you because of someone's broken commitment. Raven called me and said she had a friend who'd been discharged from the hospital, but the ride didn't show, and he wasn't answering the phone. You were worried you'd be charged for an extra day that insurance wouldn't cover. Mm-hmm. We met right there at John Dempsey Hospital. Raven had told you about the transgender support program I'd started a few years earlier. You assumed that I must be trans and started telling me how well I passed, asking what I'd done, and showering me with compliments. You were visibly shocked when I told you I wasn't transgender, but I was born this way. You couldn't believe that someone who wasn't trans would not only care, but actually do. I told you my greatest disappointment in humanity is that most people will only work on behalf of justice for their own identity group. I should say their primary identity group, which I believe we choose based on the first and worst way society hurt us. If it was because we're black, for instance, being female and or queer lags behind. I think that's why so many black queers don't publicly work on queer issues, but on black issues only. People tend to only have one identity that holds political significance for them. I stray. Thank goodness that's not everyone, but it's the source of my broadest sadness in my life, and I will die disappointed. Where do you think you're going? We are taught about heaven, hell, reincarnation, or nothing about the end of our earth journey. No one knows for sure. You only say you say you know that it's a place without the daily pain due to kidney failure and deep sadness. Advanced kidney disease prevents you from getting any gender affirming surgery or even taking hormones. All they can do is keep you alive, forced to stay in a male body that is suffocating a female spirit. I smile when I think of your she spirit being freed. I see you flying in radiant rainbow colors. I watch you giving away your possessions and look around my house and think about the burdensome bundles we need here in the flesh: food, clothing, shelter, jobs, money, all the frivolous things that we love to have, pretty things, sexy things, hobbies, property, too many shoes, makeup, lotion, deodorant, the replacement and maintenance of all this consumption, the medical and beauty appointments, meetings, so many meetings, houses of faith, spiritual practices, retreats, massages, yoga, meditation, practices, practice. What are we practicing to perfect? You posted a picture of people dancing around a fire and said you wish you were doing so with your friends. You named me among them. Maybe heaven is full of holy fire, burning away all that doesn't serve the spirit. Maybe hell isn't a fire pit, or maybe there's a fire above and below. I imagine Spirit Jesselyn not only dancing around the fire, but in it without being consumed, being purified. I see the heat intensify your spiritual life force with energy to make all your dreams come true. Now, I want to read the next one right after it because it's a minute and they go together. For Jesselyn, I asked her to tell me where she was going. She showed me how she went, whispered to me as I slept, "Watch." I saw her vacate the vessel like a snake slides out of its dead, scaly husk. She started from her feet and ankles, churning volcanic energy upward. Her spirit rolled into a growing ball of brown dough, collecting toxins as it ascended. It moved through a tunnel of rancid meat, bruises, blotches, and blood. Exponents of existential energy surged through a tortured tunnel, a dark solar plexus with nothing to reflect. Her head blew off as she vomited disease. Rancid blood, failed kidneys, liver full of yellow bile, her soul emerged from that tomb. She slid over a rainbow into a stream of light. Gliding into glory, she shined and smiled, birthing herself, her own midwife, her choice, her time. Happy birthday, beautiful.
Oh man. Whew.
Wow.
Wow. She's her own midwife. Happy birthday, beautiful. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
gosh. Wow. Regina, why did she have to go through this second part of the poem? How come she had to go through that bad part before she got to the rainbow?
I don't know. That's what I saw. Seriously, in the
What you
middle of
saw?
the night. And I woke in the morning and they told me she died. That's what I saw.
Oh my God. That's probably how it was then. Just,
That's what I think. That's who I, because I talked to her. The first one I wrote, I read to her in the hospital. She went into the hospital to die. She quit dialysis, went in to die. And we talked and all that. And I said, if you can, yeah, let me know where you're going. She didn't let me know where, but she let me know how.
oh my gosh. It was such a struggle, so hard at the end. That was
Yeah,
painful to hear. Very
yeah,
painful. And then the first poem, just her mental and physical anguish and wanting to die with dignity and couldn't live with dignity, you know, couldn't be who she was. And when you said, what are we practicing to perfect, it just brought it all together because he's trying to do, or whatever he identified as, she identified as she, correct?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So she was thinking, oh, what I'm going to do this, I want to do that. But none of that seemed to help.
Oh, yeah, because just looking like a natural man because it was nothing that
Yeah,
could be done medically
right.
because of the
Correct. No matter
kidney
how
failure.
hard.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it was just hard, hard, hard. But it was nice to see her go over the rainbow and give you that message.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, that's beautiful. Any thoughts on this? Hmm.
Well, I thought the beauty of the poem to me is that it has our normal perception of what life is. It has turned it on its head, where death is actually freedom and rebirth. You know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
in a sense, um, we die to leave here, but in this particular poem, she was reborn to leave here. So in a sense, it's like
Wow.
she died to come here in this tortured body,
Yeah.
and the act of dying was actually a form of rebirth and freedom.
Yeah. To be.
So I thought it was like
That's
that's one
comforting.
of the deepest things I've heard in a while.
Yeah.
The whole process of escaping the body, getting out of the solar plexus. The solar plexus is the sun gone dark.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I mean, coming up
Mm-hmm.
through the head and
Mm-hmm.
because the the vertebrae is like a ladder, and
Yeah.
we all know the vertebrae has 33. I mean, the spine has 33 vertebrae, but nobody makes that connection. So I'm just saying, death might not be what we think it is. It might be actually be rebirth to something
I,
else. You know what I mean?
for, for me, it
Mm-hmm.
seemed that the whole experience was cathartic.
Mm-hmm.
So even though the agony and the pain that was experienced ended up being something beautiful. You know, I often think of the rainbow as representative of all of us,
Mm.
because together those colors, seven colors, will give you blackness, eh?
Yes, they do.
But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but so for me, it just seemed as if there was purity at the end of it all, in spite of the pain and the challenges. Yes,
Okay.
because dialysis is a terrible experience. It is not something it's easy to speak the word, but what the patients go through is really a very painful, and there's very painful, and there's no guarantee that you will survive. I've had friends who just come off the machine and just die,
Hmm.
colleagues who that has
Wow.
happened to. So
Thank you for sharing that. All right. We are about 2 minutes over, so I'm going
that's
to.
you.
Yeah, but I'm not going to unfortunately take my. I know, I'm sorry, guys. And you know what? I will share this though, and we'll connect. So I'll read it in 2 weeks because next week we have erotica for our people. So I'll read it in 2 weeks and I will share this. It was about the afterlife. It was about, yes. So we're
Of
all
course.
connected,
Of
and I've
course.
never written about it before.
Wow.
So 2 weeks, 2 weeks. Yeah. Let's go to the chat. We were all meant to talk. All right, I don't think there's anything else. I think everybody was just caught up with that, just listening. So we are going to go ahead and hand it over to, yes, nothing else in the chat. Hand it over to Big G, who is going to take us through music outside of the lines. Thank you guys for all being here, sharing of your heart, your soul, yourselves with everybody. And we'll be back next week. All right. Peace.
Bye.
Bye bye,
Bye.
everybody. Mwah. Have
Yeah.
a wonderful evening. Thanks again for listening.
Thank you, everybody.
All right,
Peace.
ladies.
Thank the
Love you
primal
so
family
much.
in the